సో మైగ్రేషన్ అంటే ఏంటంటే ఏదైతే క్లయింట్ ఇప్పటి వరకు వేరే ఏదో సాఫ్ట్వేర్ వేరే ఏదో ప్యాకేజ్ వాడుతున్నాడో దానికి ప్రతి దానికి కూడా బ్యాకప్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఇప్పుడు క్లయింట్ ఏమన్నాడంటే రేపటి నుంచి నేను చేసే అంతా కూడాను ఎస్ఏపీలో చేసుకుంటాను, బాగానే ఉంది, అంతా కూడా ఎస్ఏపీలో చేసుకుంటాను, కస్టమర్ని క్రియేట్ చేయడం కానీ వెండర్ని క్రియేట్ చేయడం కానీ ఇవన్నీ కూడాను. కానీ నా దగ్గర ఇప్పటి వరకు ఆల్రెడీ ఉన్న డేటా పరిస్థితి ఏంది? క్లయింట్ కదబ్బా. ఇప్పుడు నేను హిందుస్థాన్ లెవెల్ లిమిటెడ్ ఇప్పటి వరకు నేను ఒక ఓన్గా సాఫ్ట్వేర్ని తయారు చేసుకొని వాడుకుంటున్నాను, ప్రాబ్లం ఏం లేదు. లేదా ఏదో సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఉంది ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ టాలీ వాడుతున్నాను అనుకోపోని, దానిలో నాకు 10 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి నేను వాడుతున్నా, ఆ డేటా అంతా ఉంది. వెంకీ టెక్నికల్ నాలెడ్జ్లో ఈఆర్పి ప్యాకేజెస్ దగ్గర ఐటీ రిటర్న్స్ అని రాశారు, తీసి ఐటీ రిటర్న్స్ ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది? లేదు తీసి అమ్మాయిది సిఎంఏ కదా, అమ్మాయి దాన్ని ఉంటుంది చార్టెడ్ అకౌంట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ కాబట్టి అది తీసేసి పంపించచ్చు. ఏమొద్దు అది పంపించు. ఏంటి అవేమొద్దు వాడు సాగు కొడుతున్నాడు పొద్దు నుంచి ఫోన్ చేసి, నువ్వు పంపించు ఇమీడియట్గా, నాకు అది తీసేసి. అంతే. ఓకే రైట్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే గత 10 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి నా కంపెనీ రన్ అవుతుందండి. ఓకే, ఏదో సాఫ్ట్వేర్ వాడుతున్నా, అదే ఏదో ప్యాకేజ్ వాడుతున్నా. ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ నేను ఏదైతే సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ప్యాకేజ్ ఆల్రెడీ వాడుతున్నానో దానికి కూడా డేటా బ్యాకప్ ఉంటుందిగా, బ్యాకప్ ఫైల్ ఉంటుంది కదా. సో ఇప్పుడు ఆ డేటా బ్యాకప్ ఫైల్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అక్కడ ఉన్న ఆ డేటా అంతా కూడాను ఎస్ఏపీలోకి రావాలి. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వే క్లయింట్ బస్, నువ్వేమన్నావు అంటే ఓకే విజయ్, ఫ్రమ్ ద పాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద 10 years నుంచి నేను సమ్ ఎక్స్పోజర్ అనే ప్యాకేజ్ ఏదో వాడుతున్నాను, దానిలో నాకు కొంత డేటా ఉంది, రేపటి నుంచి నేను ఇంక ఎస్ఏపీలోకి వస్తాను, ఓకే ఫైన్, ఎస్ఏపీలో నేను ఎంటర్ చేసుకుంటా. కానీ ఇప్పటిదాకా నా దగ్గర బ్యాక్ ఎండ్లో ఆల్రెడీ పాత డేటా ఉంది కదా, మరి దాని పరిస్థితి ఏంటి? అలా వదిలేనా పోనీ. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాం, కస్టమర్ డీటెయిల్స్ అన్నా, గత 10 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి నా దగ్గర వేరే సాఫ్ట్వేర్ వేరే ప్యాకేజ్ ఏదైతే వాడుకుంటున్నానో దానిలో ఒక 10 లక్షల మంది కస్టమర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ 10 లక్షల మంది కస్టమర్స్ని కూడా మళ్ళీ ఒక్కొక్కటి ఎంటర్ చేసుకుంటూ ఉండాలంటే ఇంపాసిబుల్గా. సో నేనేమంటున్నానంటే ఈ సిచ్యువేషన్లో ఈ పాత డేటా ఏదైతే ఉందో దాన్ని కూడా ఇప్పుడు ఎస్ఏపీ టేబుల్స్లోకి తీసుకొచ్చామండి. ఎలా తీసుకొస్తారండి అంటే ఆ పాత సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ప్యాకేజ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో దానికి డేటా బ్యాకప్ ఫైల్ ఉంటుంది కదా, ఆ డేటా బ్యాకప్ ఫైల్ అనేది మనకి వర్డ్ ఫార్మేట్లో ఉంటుంది. సో డేటా అనేది ఎప్పుడు కూడాను 4 రకాల డేటా ఫార్మాట్స్ ఉంటాయి. .doc, .txt టెక్స్ట్ ఫార్మాట్, డిఓసి అంటే వర్డ్, టీఎక్స్టీ అంటే టెక్స్ట్, ఎక్సెల్ లేదా ఆర్టీఎఫ్ అంటే వర్డ్ ప్యాడ్ చెప్పా ఇప్పుడు. ఓకే కదా, షూర్ కదా, పంపించేస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో ఇట్లాగా ఏదైతే డేటా ఫార్మాట్లో ఉందో ఆ డేటా మొత్తాన్ని కూడా ఇప్పుడు ఎస్ఏపీలోకి తీసుకురావాలి. ఎయిదర్ ఒక్కొక్కటి ఎంటర్ చేసుకుంటూ రావాలి, అవునా? మరి ఒక్కొక్కటి అలా ఎంటర్ చేసుకుంటూ రావాలంటే దానికే కొన్ని సంవత్సరాలు పడుతుంది. ఇట్ టేక్స్ లాంగ్ టైం. సో ఇప్పుడు నా క్లయింట్ ఏమన్నాడంటే నాకు ఆ డేటా కూడా ఎస్ఏపీలోకి రావాలి, కానీ నాకు ఒక్కొక్కటి ఎంటర్ చేసుకునేట్టుగా వద్దు. ఇప్పుడు ఎంప్లాయీ డీటెయిల్స్ అన్నా, మనం ఆల్రెడీ ఫస్ట్ డేటాబేస్లో ఎంప్లాయీస్ని క్రియేట్ చేసాం, డేటాబేస్ టేబుల్. ఆ డేటాబేస్ టేబుల్ లోపలికి డేటా వచ్చేయాలి. లేదా వెండర్స్ అన్నారు, కస్టమర్స్ అన్నారు, ఆర్డర్స్ అన్నారు, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ వాజ్. అట్లాగా నాన్ ఎస్ఏపిలో ఉన్న డేటాని ఎస్ఏపిలోకి మైగ్రేట్ చేయడానికి ఇక్కడ మనకున్న ఒక టూలే LSMW. LSMW. Okay, what was the purpose of that LSMW? In the sense of the purpose of LSMW itself, it was legacy system migration workbench. LSMW means legacy in the sense of non-SAP. No, legacy in the sense of non-SAP.
Hey, hi Vijay.
Hi. Right.
Sorry Vijay, lot of
work pressure. I can understand.
Issues are going on in project.
No issue. No problem.
Right now also on the other Zoom call.
No issue. I will share the videos and as well as the concepts also. Just go through it.
Vijay, last 2 days we had the class or not? Because last 2 days
yesterday only we had the class. Day before yesterday and that before yesterday we don't have the class. Yesterday whatever we had discussed, I will share the notes also and I will share the video also. Let's go through this one. You will get an idea easily. Okay, that was a small topic. Within 15 minutes we have discussed.
Okay, and I think Monday I called you, so I think Monday I was aware.
So today we are going to discuss about of the tool which named as LSMW, Legacy System Migration Workbench. Legacy System Migration Workbench. Here, L, legacy, means non-SAP. Legacy in the sense of non-SAP. Legacy in the sense of non-SAP. Yes, system. It's nothing but like, wherever the data it was. Maybe in another server, in another hard disk, or else do you have the pen drive, or else from the online, whatever it was. Just extract the extension system. And then migration, M. Migration in the sense of exchange. Not the transfer, exchange. Transfer in the sense of that will be cut and paste. Copy and paste. There it will be there and you also will be there. Migration, W. Workbench. That means this is a tool. This is a tool. Legacy System Migration Workbench. Non-SAP data in a system which has to be migratable into SAP. For that which we are using in a tool. So to make the usage of this tool, to make the profiles and they are willing to join.
So Vijay, do we have any other method for? I think you are talking.
We have the one more method also. Today we are discussing about of the tool based of that LSMW. Tomorrow we'll go for the BDC.
Okay. So basically like this is something we use it for data conversion and all.
Right, exactly. For the data conversion and the data integration, we have the two ways. One is the tool based, another is the program based. Today we are using the tool based LSMW. Okay. And when during of the LSMW, first of all, we should remember some of the things. The first thing, what's the data which the client is having? Whether if it is a vendor or a customer or a material. Say for example of vendor, what was the table name? That means in the backend, the database table will be there. That was an LFA1. And the customer, KNA1, as which we know that. Material, Mara. As like as employee, PA000. General ledger, something. Company code, BUKRS. Like that, multiple of the tables are there. This is the tables. And as well as for creation of a vendor manually, not into the upgrading, manually, we can use the FK01, MK01 or XK01 transaction codes. Like as to create the customer FD01, VD01 or XD01. And the metal master is MM01. Okay, these are the transaction codes which we regularly use it to maintain the creation of a vendor, creation of a material, creation of a customer. Creation of a customer. So XK, XD01, MM01. K is called as a vendor, D is called as a customer. Okay. Now, from the vendor point of view, till now we have done the customer. No? Now let us see the vendor. See, first of all, I'm going to the SC11. What is the SC11 is data dictionary. Right now. So first of all, I'm going to the dictionary tool. SC11. And as a client, which I said that I want to use the LFA1 database table. We just go for a display. See, under the vendor master, we have the customer, vendor number, country, name 1, name 2, name 3, city, district, post box. These all are the fields. Okay. And okay, Vijay, as what you said that you're already having some vendor details now. So in every database table, we can have the vendor number as a primary key. Right now, as like as here also, whatever you have the vendor details, from the number from and to. So first of all, create the vendor number ranges from XKN1. So the step number 1, create number ranges for vendor accounts XKN1. This can be done by through the MMR finance people. See here XKN1 number ranges, which I am going to the intervals, and then we will just go for insert number range. You can give some name, something weaving. And the from number check the availability of the number range. Why? Because some of the people which has been already used some number ranges. So which I am taking that 500 to 599, which I said that external number range, save it. Right. And then now the next part, assign this number ranges to vendor account group. Vendor account group. No problem. Type in. Assign number ranges to vendor account group. OBA. Yes. OBAS. 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 And then let us go for this OBAS. Position here, I am using this vendor account group VV number range. That means here in this book, when I am writing the details of the vendor, this number range can be applicable. What is the number range? 500 to 599. Okay. Now, let me check the creation of a vendor. Let me create the check numbers for the, sorry, vendor numbers. Why? Because here we have done with the vendor account book and the number range. Fine. And this book is having this number range. That's also done. But when creation of a vendor, but he is in traveling and available on Monday. Monday kochi Meanwhile, complete the training for them as early as possible. What is the problem? Okay. Now, for creation of the vendor, what we said that either FK01, MK01 or XK01. Chalo, let me try for MK01. So here what we said that the purchasing organization was 1000, 1000. What we had taken 1000 or 1001. That is a number range. For which vendor account group I have assigned vendor book, I said that. Na? OBAS for 0001. Group ID. So here, which I am creating the vendor, what I said that 501 in 0001 group, enter. That means for creation of a vendor manually, what are the required fields? It was the first one is a vendor number, right? Let me take the one more word file here. Word file or notepad file, anything it can be. So let me take it as a notepad. In the notepad, the first one, vendor number, and each and every field has to be separated. No? Final one is a vendor number. Next one is the purchase organization. So if we can write in the common like this, we can't able to understand. So there should be a separation will be there with a tab space or else a single space or a comma or a colon or something. So as in that way, the next required field is name. Chalo, here which I said that LALITH is a vendor. Next tab. Search term. how you can find out this vendor? Let me take it as IND. The next required field is city. HYD. Country was India. Next required field is India. Currency is required. That means in SAP, when we want to write the details of the vendor, these of the fields are should be the required mandatory fields. Even our flat file, that means non-SAP file, also should have this field, these of the fields. No? So here, which I said that some other records. Even if you want to check that if the record was already there or not, what is the data browser which we said it initially? SE16. SE16 data browser in the table of LFA1. From the vendors which were taken 500 to 599. Execute. Only 2 vendors are there. 500 previously someone has made. With 2 vendors. That means I can create the 501, 502, 503 something. Flat file which has to be given by through the user client. But here we have to know. In the real time, which you are a developer, I'm a user, I'm a consultant, sorry, I'm a client. I'm giving that this is my flat file, this is what. But here for the practice purpose, we have to prepare that. That's what I'm saying. So here the common field is in a this one, we have to change this one. Right? Let me save this. Where this has to be saved in the sense of which I am saying that in the documents, which I said that flat file.
We will display table right see one. Just click on display and get the tables and
You can get that.
what is data browser and data?
Data browser is only you will get the data from the database table. That's it. But the ABAP editor, sorry, by through the data dictionary, you can create or you can know at anything, no? Okay, anything it can. So which in the documents which I have taken the one flat file name as flat file. Now the client has been given the data was ready. Given the data was ready. Now, Charlie, let us start with the LSMW, data migration. We can start with the data migration. So how we can, in the sense of mostly the next will be okay. Now let us start with this LSMW. Even the code also LSMW. Just press enter. See that when I use this tool, what the system is saying that welcome to the legacy system migration workbench. The LSM Workbench is a SAP system tool that supports when you're copying the data from non-SAP to SAP system. Okay. The first, whatever you're doing, extras, create entering. What I said that Z vendor data migration. It was already there. Let me take as Y, Sharon. and then Y Sharon 1, vendor data in purchasing view, and Y Sharon 2, vendor general data in purchasing view. From here, it will be takes only 10 minutes, not more than. Just we will go for execute. First, what is the object attribute? Execute. Display change. So here, what I am saying that whatever the client is having the non-SAP data, from there, you can make the first record manually. That means I had totally 100 records bus, 100 vendor details. What I am saying that under that 100, you can transfer or manually enter the data from non-SAP data to SAP. Make the entry. At the time of the entry, whatever the process which was happening in the backend, make a recording of that one. Simply writing as a CD writing, as in that way, in the documents, in the flat file, file 11. Why? Because already we have done with the 501. 511. That's it. From here, batch input recording. Input ichchedani recordings. Go to recordings overview. Is there any recordings are there? So we just go for create. What is the recording name? Anything. Let me take it as YSREC. Vendor data recording. What is the transaction code which we use to do data recording is MK01. And the first record 511 0001. See in the down. Recording is running something. Vendor. When I press the enter, you just observe here.
Going to mandatory register.
Postal code. Okay. That means whatever the 511 record which was came into the database, that everything was recorded. Now, place the cursor in this pink color box. Default all. That means whatever the field name. So, as which is said that PID, patient ID, P name, patient name, J date, joining date. As like as in SAP LIFNR table, LFA1 table, LIFNR means vendor number. So even which I maintain one field's name, LIFNR, EKORG, KTOKK, name 1, land 1, short field, SORTL and ORT01, land 1, PSTLZ, and then currency WAERS. WAERS. Save this one also in the documents. FLD, FL. Okay, in the documents itself. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right now? So we just save this. Come back. Come back. Now one entry was came from there to here. That was recorded. The way the entry was made, that was recorded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more field is missing. Postal code.
Yes, sir.
After the country or before the country?
Before the country.
Hmm?
Before the country.
Before the country, yeah. So here. Yeah. In previously, when I am doing this, I've forgotten the flat file of this field. Yeah.
Should the title number should be the same?
Sorry.
Should the title number should be the same? Title length also should be the same length of the
Postal code in India, it can be the 6 digits. That is a standard setting. It should be. In India only. Right now the flat file is ready. And that recording was also ready. Save it and come back. See, automatically that will becomes to the second source. Source means from where. Okay, you just create a structure Y SSRC. Vendor source structure. Save it. Under the structure, whatever the field should be. That's why I taken the fields also one file. There's the cursor on there. Create. Source structure, source fields, copy fields. From that field table. Field, what is file?
flat file.
Fields file.
Okay, that 9 columns.
Fields file. In the documents, yes. This is the fields file. See that? And just come back. Make the relation in between of recording and that's one. The both records has to. It was already there, no? Just make it same. Make the field to field mapping. Place the cursor in anywhere. And make a auto field mapping. Structure of vendor number, source structure of the vendor number. This is the structure, SREC, SSRC, source structure. Just make an enter or else accept proposal. Done. And then save it. And leave this. Use the file. Which file you want to add it? Where my file is? In legacy data. Yeah, it's okay. Let us check it out. LSM W. Whatever we have done, the project will be there. From there, you can take it, specify file. From the legacy data, add the file where it is. In the documents, what we have painted in the name?
The fields, right? The fields
Flat file, flat file.
for data.
Flat file again. Right? Under this flat file, whatever the data which you have been separated by the no separator, tabulator, or comma, or how?
Space,
Tab space.
even the use single square set in this.
You can. Just come back. Assign that file. Already assigned. And read the data. And records has been read. Show me that reader data. And make it convert. And show me the converted data. And make a session of that one. And run it. In generally, in the real time, what we will do that after making of this one, we will select this and we will make that into the background. That means in the background automatically it will be happen. But we have only some of the records. Now we will see that into the foreground. Just press enter. There in the flat file which we are given the 001. Even file 11 already utilized. Something is missing. It has been separated. But in general, this was the procedure. That means the flat file preparation, some mistake was done by through the what it is postal code. Even here also. It is the and the country. When preparing of that one, we have done a small mistake. What it is? Instead of the 0001, we have used the 001 for the purchasing group. And even this is the one. And even on the place of the postal code, I have given the country data and the country data which we have filled with the postal code detail. Like this one. And remaining is the same. The 0001 PM. Once after completion of this, running the tool, after completion of the run of the tool, if I can check the data browser, previously it was not showing any data. Na? Now let us see here SC16 in the LFA1 table and the vendor numbers from 500 to 599, for example, and then execute it. Okay. As in this way, whenever we have run any of the non-SAP file into the SAP by using of the LSMW, Legacy System Migration Workbench. Okay. This was a most important tool. Regularly the interviewer will be asking. Okay, and I didn't send the yesterday video also. Why? Because my mail has been full. Within a couple of minutes, by the end of the day, I will share that one also. Yesterday's and today's also. Please go through that one. Okay, right. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye. Bye, Shashi.
Yeah, and Vijay, do you have any materials around the LSMW process?
Yes. I'm having the one book. I will share the total book. Under that book, you can have all the ABAP concepts with all the details. Okay.
Okay, Vijay.
By end of the day, I will share. Right.
Thank you, Vijay.
Right, Shashi, and right, Ulta. Have a nice day.
Yeah, bye.